Good morning. It is Tuesday, and this lovely Tuesday morning, we are back with our week of learning. Instead of doing Day of Action, just a little recap on what we're doing. Day of Action has turned into Week of Learning due to the regulations and guidelines of events and the capacity limits. So today we are actually going to start here 9 o'clock this morning at our local YMCA. And this morning I have several people with me to walk around. So let me go and start introducing. And here we go. Of course, the infamous wall over here. I had to make sure I get this in. So let's start. Good morning. Introductions, please.
Yes, Rich Gallagher, CEO of the YMCA.
Bill Bishop, Board Chair of the United Way.
I have to change it around. And
yeah, so this is actually Moose. Moose is our vice president of the church. So
I love it. This is precious. I love it.
He works with us 5 hours a day. You can tell he's hard at work now.
Hey, okay, let's wake up. Come on in. I think you're doing pretty good. We'll catch you later when you're away.
So we learned the power of our partnership with the Humane Society. And because of our partnership with the Humane Society, saw the power of what puppies do in our lobby.
Help.
So from our seniors sitting and petting puppies and then our members, it's just been a fun distraction for our staff too. So we went ahead and hired one full time. So we've got Moose. Yep, that's Moose.
There's even a hashtag now. We were talking about it this morning.
Yes. I think it's YMOOSE.
CA. I know, that's cute. I love it. Who do we have back here?
So we have got Dan, who is our
Dan the man.
Sports director, and then also Devin, who is our development director and does marketing as well as admin, but and really everything else. She does a lot of stuff for our life.
Awesome. Yes, that is true. Okay, so let's go to over here. Let's walk this way so we're not in. Of course, the line is busy. We're always thankful for that. You got people in and out, working out, doing lots of fun stuff. So, tell us about the YMCA.
Sure.
Wow, that's a broad.
So especially this wall here, and you'll see as we go around the Y over the last 3 years, we've been in a renovation mode for us, and really we started with just fresh paint on the walls, and then once we got the fresh paint going, we got donors in that smelled that fresh paint and said, hey, we want to be a part, we want to be active. And of course, United Way was such a huge part of that, from not only our Y here, but United Way was allowed us to open the downtown Y. If it wasn't for the United Way, we wouldn't have been able to open that location. So our Y here over the last 3 years, we've been renovating. But when you say, tell us about the Y, the Y was, we go all the way back and talk about the Y that began in 1844 in London, England, by George Williams, who was a teenager, went into the city and discovered and lived there for a while. In his early 20s, he was totally, of course, just really upset with what he saw. And what he saw was young men getting into a lot of trouble and the crime. And so he started a Bible study. And that's how the YMCA started. And then, of course, 1851, it came to the U.S. And then now it's just exploded.
Well, and I'll tell you, I was excited this morning as I sat in my car and waited to come inside. I saw some kids leaving that looked like high school kids that just come and hang out up here. And
so of course we've got virtual learning happening, and so we've got some that use our team lobby, which again is one of those projects that was done by a small group of donors, and so the virtual learning is done in there, and they utilize that. But we have now, because of what we're in that season with COVID and things like that, we're seeing little ones all the way to teenagers and PCOM students using us as a study spot.
That's awesome.
It's really
good. All right. So let's move on. And Actually, let's ask you, what made you choose to work for the YMCA?
So I started the YMCA when I was 15. My brother was a lifeguard in Birmingham, Alabama. And he said, hey, little brother, would you like to be a lifeguard too? So I started lifeguarding. And then once I went from lifeguarding, I went into to be a camp counselor. And then from a camp counselor, went to be a swim instructor, and then so on and so forth. And that was when I was 15, and now I'm 50. So I've been doing,
I love that transition. That went really fast right there. Yeah.
The reason
Yeah.
just like the United States, you're truly salespeople, and you see great things come out in the community who so greatly needs us. And so over the different YMCAs that I've been at, it's all been consistent. It's just about service, and it's about serving that community that we're in. And I love that we get to do that. And I love to come into work. I can't wait to get up in the morning and come. And
hey, that's always good. You love your job, you know.
Absolutely.
We should get Roy over here. Hey, Mr. Reeves, come on over. We have a special guest here this morning. I'm not sure what he was doing here. Some kind of a meeting.
Reeves is our chief volunteer officer. You ready? You ready for that?
Chief
volunteer officer.
Oh, how do I get one of those?
CVO.
Is that what you do? Oh, okay. Phil says that's what he does.
Yeah, chief volunteer officer for board chair.
Okay.
As you might call it. But yeah.
There you go. Board chair. Board chair unite. So, you want to tell us a little bit about why you volunteered with the YMCA?
I just believed in the Y really all my life as a kid growing up in Moultrie. The Y was a really big part of my life. My kids participate in the Y all throughout their elementary, playing different kind of sports, gymnastics. They're both really involved in gymnastics, so the Y has been a big part of our life. Used to be a racquetball player.
Pickleball? Yes. That's what I wanted to see. Yeah, all the time. So.
You know, the Y is just an integral part of our community.
Yeah.
I mean, so fortunate to have a strong YMCA, especially in these times. In our community, one of the main reasons why our Y has stayed strong through this time. So I just want to say thank you to the community for all your support of the Y, and just your belief in the Y. And from Moultrie, Georgia, and Colquitt County, we're really fortunate to have the Y that we have and the great leadership we have.
Well, Rich, why don't you tell us a little bit about some of the programs that United Way funds, because that was one of the collaborations we wanted to work on. So,
thank
you, Roy. Good to see you.
Phenomenal program teaching our grade school kids how to swim and getting them acclimated to the water, and then of course providing a lot of background noise.
Everybody can hear.
So also, of course, providing scholarships for childcare and talking with staff and listening to the stories that we hear from childcare and again from the blessings of United Way. One of those stories, we've got a family that the father is got cancer, the mom is working and trying to keep the family going, and they have difficulty, of course, paying for childcare, and we've been able to do that and allow them to be with us as they need us. But the only way we were able to do that is through those funds from United Way. Otherwise, that family would have been, they would have had a lot of difficulties that they didn't need to have, especially going through cancer and those things that they are fighting. That's one less fight that they have to fight, and that's because of United Way.
Oh, well, thank you. Well, you're doing a great job up here. So I know that we talked about doing a tour. Would you like to go ahead and walk around?
Absolutely.
All right, let's walk it around.
Let's start with our gym. So a lot of those that we have been,
You're real close so they can hear you.
So through the years with United Way, we've given the tour, but I want to give some just show some new stuff. So we've got our brand new gym floor, and then of course let's go down this hallway where we just added these windows a year and a half, 2 years ago, which now opens up. This used to be a long hallway. Now we've opened it up, and we've got these great windows. And then we'll show our functional fitness space here. So we've got CrossFit going on at the moment. We've got our functional fitness being utilized. And again, we've got our turf. The turf has been used not only by our adults, but we also have a lot of youth that are using it for swim team. And also the divers for moss diving, they use it as well. All of this equipment actually is used from grade school all the way up. And we talked about it just a second ago, but yes, our pickleball, we also have our pickleball courts that are up and being used. We've actually had to start reserving our pickleball space.
Wow.
Because of time
Yeah.
So I'm sure some of our pickleballers are outside today, but this space has been excellent. 3 years ago, we utilized the space, but not to the extent that we're utilizing it now.
Yeah, I do. I love the whole new setup, what everything looks like. It just feels good when you're in here.
This is our rugged run that we do out on our back property, which our back property, of course, we've got our zip lines and our alpine tower and paintball, all of that out in the back. So our rugged run, which of course we have partnered with all of our wonderful donors, and as well as Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A has been a huge part of our rugged run as our title sponsor. With that this year, unfortunately, because of COVID, that we were not able to run it, which we're just going to have a much bigger race in the spring next year.
Right. Hey.
And then over the last 3 years, we've opened up this space. This used to be an office, and so now we've created this space. Ooh, we get to come in.
Workout class. Going real behind the scenes again.
We're actually on live right now.
Hey!
Hey, would we all wave to the camera for me?
Hey! We're learning a little bit more about the Y and letting people get a behind the scenes tour of what goes on day to day. So, woo! Thanks, guys. Y'all have fun. Oh, that was fun.
So this is
A lot of familiar faces.
This is our Parkinson's room now, our Mary Trescott room dedicated to Mary Trescott. I'll turn on the light here so we can see a little bit better.
That is so cool.
Yep.
So it's for boxing?
This is actually our hospital for which it is in here specifically for Parkinson's. So Parkinson's with motor skill issues. So being able to help them with those motor skills. So giving the Parkinson's patient a number, 1, 4, 10, and they're having to process that. So using this for our Parkinson's program.
That's interesting. I did not know that.
And of course, other therapeutic machines as well. And this is also a space for members to be able to come in and stretch, just a more private space. And then, of course, our MyZone, which is a heart monitoring system that monitors your heart rate, also gives you bonus points, sort of like Chick-fil-A bonus points.
Do you get Chick-fil-A if you get? We'll talk to Wesley.
It not only rewards you for your workout, but it also gets you a little competitive with those that are also working out, and you can connect via the MyZone app. The hospital has MyZone, and I know there are others in town now that have MyZone. So it allows us to compete against each other. It's just a really neat setup.
Oh, it's great.
It's just another way for creative fitness and to get those going. So again, we go back here, and as you can see, the floor's been renovated And all of our equipment. So we have one of our local firefighters here. Nate, wave to the live camera. You are live with United Way.
Yeah, show us how you lift those weights live. Don't show out too much. We don't want everybody to feel bad on the other end because they're sitting at home or at the office. There you go. Mr. Bob. Hey. Come on down. Come on. He wants a workout partner. He wants a workout partner.
Again, this entire space and back there was renovated about 2 years ago now. LED lights in the floor, just getting it relevant. And YMCA's throughout the U.S. We have those times that we've got to get relevant and just renovate. And so RY has been here since 1917. Now, of course, it was downtown in the old building. And then of course moved here in 1974. And so this building being an older building, we're just having to show some love to it and keep it going. But again, it is, yeah, it looks, it's looking really good.
It does. It doesn't look that, it looks new.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
The staff and the board have just done an excellent job.
Still working out? Or is he's wanting to work out? Is that what you're, I'm just admiring all the equipment in here. Just looks. And I know we can't get to Pineland today.
That is correct. But our Pineland, we are so happy with our Pineland facility. Of course, we serve there our 21st century. Stop here for a second. So our 21st century program, which serves those that couldn't afford couldn't afford after school care, but also gives them enrichment and homework help, helps them. And that population is picked by the school system to help those kids that they see in need. And so that 21st century grant allows us to serve that population that, again, wouldn't be able to utilize us if we didn't have that. Right. So Pineland is just one of our facilities that we utilize for that. Also, our child care with United Way again allows us to use part of Pineland for child care. And then Colquitt Christian is utilizing a good portion now of our Pineland facility. And then next to this facility, we have our child care facility, which due to COVID, we can't tour that today, which is we
can't see kids without permission anyway. So.
We'd really like to show that off, and and showing off our wellness and our gym and all that we're doing for seniors. That's all fantastic, but really the behind the scenes of what's happening with our kids and working with child care and with those that can't afford the Y. And we have not turned anyone away from a Y membership.
Right.
In the last 3 years, anyone that says, hey, I'd really like to be at the Y, we've made that happen. And we've made it possible because of a United Way and others that have allowed that to happen. So again, we're very, very thankful.
Great. Well, this is all, this building looks so good.
I'd take a look at the pool.
We'll take a look at the pool. You can push him in. It's fine. Let's make a plan now. All right. So Devin, how often do you work out? I know you work here, but you know how sometimes they say you don't play where you work? Right. So do you play where you work? It's a loaded question.
CrossFit, we were closed. We all play pickleball, which was also called at recess.
Recess, I love it.
I've got swimming.
Treadmill walking. Do people know? Oh my gosh, this is live. I know at least 6 people know right now. Well, that's awesome.
So as you can see, the floor is said, our divers just left. It's a little quiet in here now, but just a moment ago, we had our divers going. And as you can see, we've renovated this space. Just with some paint, signage. We have added a extra diving board. Again, Moss Diving in partnership. I see our aquatics director over there, Brandon. Wave your hand, see him in the back. Cheyenne. Hey, Cheyenne. Around the corner, we've got a roll-up door. It's a steel roll-up door. It will soon be a glass roll-up door, so you'll be able to see outside. And then we are adding a turf space out there, turfing the patio out there, and adding an adult jungle gym. So that adult jungle
jungle gym.
Yep. So it can utilize for
jumbled it.
and this will happen next year and a half. So see this in phases. That's our hope.
What does an adult jungle gym
adult
entail?
jungle gym is very similar to what you saw in functional fitness, the hoist that's in there.
Okay.
So it'll have different things on there from a cargo net and other pieces that you'll be able to do functional fitness with, whether to pull up on or to push, pull. It's just an outdoor fitness device. And then, of course, with the turf, we'll be able to put the sleds out there as well. Our divers and our swim team are looking for that dry training space.
Yeah.
And so it gives them that. And then also as we are adding aqua CrossFit ideas and processes with that, so that'll be able to.
What is that?
So aqua CrossFit's just very taking CrossFit to the water.
I might could do that.
And we know,
Yes,
we know
totally.
for CrossFit, we see a lot of increase in CrossFit. Of course, in the water, it's just a lot friendlier to our body, especially as we get older.
Mhm.
Not pointing to me, but I have a feeling
You can point to me. I'm
I
18
am
this morning.
feeling my knees more and more. So we truly encourage those, not only the young, but also the older, to get in the water and be active. And so aqua CrossFit is something that we're wanting to get our feet wet with. No pun intended there.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
love that. So
but
funny.
our staff, I do have to say something. Our staff worked very, very hard in this space, from the painting, from everything that was done during COVID. We were very, very busy making sure that getting these things taken care of and getting it ready for our members. So when they did, those that felt ready to come back were ready to come back. So
Yeah, this is nice. And it feels good in here compared to the cold weather it felt like outside.
yeah.
Here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes.
So normally right now we have kids in here, which is volunteer driven, completely funded by United Way. And we bring all the kids in, every second grader in the county comes in and gets basic swim lessons. And what that means for a lot of them, especially from our outer schools like Odom and some of those that are on the outskirts, there are ponds and little holding ponds all over the place, irrigation ponds. And these kids, a lot of them are terrified of the water, or they don't understand it at all. They definitely don't know how to swim. And so just getting them in here and helping them understand, they don't know how to swim, but then we teach them, some basic things, how to save themselves, how to save their friends. And normally that would be going on here. Last year we had almost 800 kids come through the program. So it's sad not to see them here right now, but we're really looking forward to something similar in January.
Oh, great. Innovative. Got ideas going.
Yep.
So that's what counts.
So our gymnastics at the moment is not going at the moment between classes, but I do want to brag on our gymnastics program and Bob Swaddell and Bria and Pat. We have a legendary gymnastics program that has just done phenomenal things. And of course, most of Moultrie has seen our gymnastics center, but it is truly an absolute gem. Again, Bob Swaddell and those that have gone before us have just done an absolute great job getting that space, and then also just leading that program. So I want to brag on that because it touches so many children's lives through our gymnastics program.
Awesome.
All right.
Right, yeah, I love it in there. I've dove into the foam pit many a time as an adult as well. Our teen lobby. You said, look at this hard work right here. I mean, I just, yeah, can you? Let me see if you can even see him. Wake up! Wake up! Oh, did you see that? He just flicked his ear. He was like, I'm good. Leslie's not here. Here we go. We're going into the teen lobby. Teen lobby. I don't think I've been in here.
So this is our teen lobby space. We have just updated this over the last year. So about a year and a half ago, we met and presented this, as you can see, our donors here. Aaron Rentz donated all of the furniture. We've got, now you can recognize that this is patio furniture, but we have discovered that patio furniture goes best with teenagers.
Right, that's a good idea.
Mm-hmm. We've got the TVs in here as well, Xboxes, and then we provide Chromebooks. We've got 2 Chromebooks for those teenagers. We have about 115, 120 teenagers in normal times that come into our facility. Now, of course, that's down a little bit due to COVID, but they'll get off the school bus, come in here. And in times past, before this was here, they didn't have any space to call their own. Now this is their space. So not just for virtual learning, but also just being able to come for mentoring, but also just to hang out.
Right.
And then let me show you the new, our new child watch. Hey guys, we've got United Way that are saying hello. This is our new big child watch center. Again, this was done about a year and a half ago, and very, very excited about having this space for our members to be able to serve them. And another part of our child watch, we realized 3 years ago our child watch was too small. And just like a church, a Y will only grow as big as its child watch or child care. So for our members, we wanted to supply this space of excellence. And again, our staff just did a phenomenal job putting that together.
And you have something from the community. It's from Karen Thompson. It says, good morning, as a past member of the Y board and as a longtime family members, we understand the importance of our Y to Colquitt County, and thanks for your leadership, Rich.
Oh, that was very kind. Well, hello, come on in, guys. Come on in. Hello.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning.
Have a good day.
And then I want to finish up with with the Y. We truly believe in the power and work of God, and so you'll see that throughout our facility as well. And so, but again, we want to thank the United Way. We want to thank you, Caroline.
Thank you for your work.
The leadership board, and
which is probably your board too. We have the same people around.
You show different parts of the Y or different parts of the facility, because you want to thank so many.
Yeah,
and
so many hands in it, that's for sure.
Like Bob Swaddell and others that are legends that have gone before us, we truly are very thankful for all of those. So there's so many people that have made this Y possible, and through our donors, of course, and then also through our board, we're just very blessed. And again, thank you for the United Way.
Well, we're thankful for you and everything you're doing here. Thank you for letting us come behind the scenes.
Absolutely.
And get to know a little bit more about what you have going on. Oh, I know, right? And next time maybe we'll do the Pineland gym, so then we can do that another time. That would definitely.
Actually, we were putting an alumni committee together for Pineland, those that graduated from Pineland years ago. And so as that gets together, it'd be great to see what they're going to accomplish at that Pineland facility and the vision for the future for that facility. So exciting stuff happening.
Great. All right, Bill, you got any more questions for the community? I think we have. We're doing good. 30 minutes. Woohoo! We made it. All right. Well, thank you, Rich. And we'll see y'all later.